Hi, gonna play just 10-15 seconds of a person I found on YouTube. Um, it's called Astrology and the Bible. See what the Bible says about astrological signs. I clicked on that because I've been learning about astrology a lot lately, and a person I would highly recommend is Mr. Astrotheology. Mr. Astrotheology. Highly recommend looking him up on YouTube. Tons of great information, and he has an amazing channel. Like, some of it might seem a little dry, but I mean, it's real information. And if you're not used to real information, then it might seem dry. But this is someone who I just found on YouTube. They're supposed to be telling us what astrology is in the Bible, and I think they're wrong. So I'm just gonna play you a little clip of them.
Because the idea behind astrology is that it says that these stars and the alignments of these stars, they have power. They have magical power. And they are guiding the universe. They're the watchers that are watching over mankind and leading us. This is all New Age stuff now.
Now, how is that all New Age? Because one thing that I would like to point out there to this Mr. Bible preacher guy is that the New Testament and the Old Testament are not older than Egypt, and Egypt studied the stars. They were the first astrotheologists, okay? And that is what I am. That is kind of my religion, okay? Freedom of religion. He has his religion that believes in Jesus as a living human that existed 2,000 years ago, and he prays to a man up in the clouds. In astrotheology, all it states is not that the planets have mystical, magical power over us, but that as above, so below, as within, so without. That's exactly what that means. It's a vice versa, give and take relationship. And if you have no respect for nature, that goes to the extent of just the plants and the trees, the birds, the bees, having an actual respect. And the Christianity has lost that because they believe that they have dominion and that it's lesser. Well, I'm sorry, but the planet is all one, and we're all interconnected. And if we start thinking that we have dominion and right to just slave over everything and destroy and mine the crap out of the planet, well, then we're not living with the planet in a harmonious way. And this person, I just cannot believe the amount of ignorance, because he's saying that it's all just New Age crap. And I will hand it to him. There is a lot of New Age crap out there, but astrotheology, meaning the zodiacs and astrologies and horoscopes, are nothing new. They go back to like Egypt. And if you actually highly recommend this, type in your little keyboards out there, the Voynich manuscript, which is, I don't remember all the dates and everything for it, but it's very old, and it was not written in Latin. It's written in a language that they don't have any idea what language it is, and it's a mystery to this day, the Voynich manuscript. And I even noticed in some of the pages that are untranslatable that they look like birth charts, because it's a circle divided into many segments, and they show stars in certain quadrants. Even I was able to come to certain conclusions like that. And all the tunnels and pipes, from my perception, seemed almost like pathways for reincarnation, because all of the text, yeah, look up the Voynich manuscript and let me know what you think. Does that have validity, or did your inner self speak that they could possibly be birth charts and showing tunnels of reincarnation? But yeah, there are so many lost souls, and like even things from the Bible, like the Israel is a culmination of many ancient cults that date back to like the time of Egypt, okay? And Egypt, well, they worship all of the stars, okay? Now, there was many newer cults that came up around like in the Roman times and before the Romans. Like I know that there's seven. I think there was 7 main ones. Don't remember them all because there's so many of them. But there's like the Saturnalian, or the one that worships Saturn. That's like the main Christian church, because when do you worship? On Saturday, and that's the day for Saturn. Jeff, if you actually look up Saturn, that's like death and time, and like it's not really the best day to get married on, but that's the day that everyone does. And then, we have the one for the moon, the lunar cult, which was for the divine feminine. And they have Monday, Moon Day. Then there wasn't one for Tuesday, but I'm trying to remember them all. There was the stellar. Oh, and there's stellar, and that's there's 7 days to the week. And I was just explaining how each one's represented by a planet. Well, the stellar cult has a very strong religious view of the planets and the planetary influences. Whereas the solar views it as the sun, whereas the lunar views it through the moon. But they're all just basically different gears of time that they've all come into collaboration with each other in Israel, which is a combination of Isis, the moon, Ra, the sun, and El, the Saturnalian, because that Elohim, although there is more than 3 of them, when I think it first bound together to form their name, that was the 3 cults at the existence at that time. But yeah, this Christian person, I'll play you a couple more seconds of him. It's just entertaining.
Going to lead us into a brighter day, a new era, a new dawning, an age of transformation. So it shouldn't strike us as peculiar that now it's being reported that we are actually adding a 13th sign to the zodiac. His name is Ophiuchus.
Okay, now we're not adding in a 13th zodiac sign now. This person's obviously mentally handicapped, because if you just look up Ophiuchus, that sign has existed for like a long time, and it's not, if you divide the wheel into 12 pieces, judging by this man's character, I'm going to use pizza as an example, okay? Ophiuchus, now there's 12 pieces of pizza. Each one represents one of our zodiacs. This 13th one that he wants to say that we're making up now is disinformation, because astrotheologists understand and know that Ophiuchus is nothing new. And it actually lies between the cusp of Sagittarius and Scorpio, where the arrow meets the stinger. That's where Ophiuchus is. And it happens to be where the galactic Milky Way belt is. What a coincidence. I know that. I don't think this person knows that. And how he was just saying that the planets, and that astrologers are saying that in this new age the planetary influences are going to produce magic and do everything for us. That is not at all what the true basis behind astrotheology is. The true astrotheology is that we are made of stars. Like, our birth chart shows our nature and our character. And we are ultimately responsible for our temple, which is our body, our own mind. And we can control the thoughts that go into it by stupid media that we expose ourselves to. Like this moron who, like, 8,000 people watched, and like 42 liked it and 12 didn't like it. Like, that makes a lot of quiet people and 42 stupid people and 12 people who I don't know. They might have just disliked it for different reasons. I can't say. But yeah, astrologers didn't make up this Ophiuchus thing. It's not a new thing. It's not a new age thing. It's an ancient symbol. It's a constellation in the sky. Let's see what else he says. It's entertaining.
His real name is Serpentarius, which literally means the serpent bringer. Now, when I first saw this coming out. I'm going, okay, there were 12, but now there's 13. Now I start to understand a little bit about the nature of what's going on. So I'm just going to take a few minutes, going to go.
No, that's not the nature of what's going on, because there's still 12 zodiacs. And like I was saying about the pizza, with Ophiuchus being on the cusp between Sagittarius and Scorpio, it's a divisionary point in the sky. So they didn't just add it in. It's nothing new. But yeah, that's it for this little video. Mwah!